The sun is about to set on another regular season in South Texas. Playoffs are gearing to start next week with both Weslaco ISD schools vying for a deep postseason run.
Let's go!
But first things first. Some unfinished business to take care of. There is a district title to be determined. For the second consecutive year, Weslaco High and Weslaco East meet on the gridiron on the last game of the year for not only city bragging rights, but also a winner-take-all match for the District 31-6A crown in Tinaco Bowl number 4. Just like in the previous 3 meetings, chances are downtown Weslaco will be a ghost town.
Every time that we have matched up Weslaco ISD, Weslaco High School versus Weslaco East, one thing is there has been a lot of support, a lot of pride in Weslaco, and it's been one of those events where if you're a resident of Weslaco, you want to be at this game, and it's kind of like what they say, Weslaco turns into a little ghost town, and we have a lot of support from the fan base, from the entire community.
Last season, in a rainy, damp, cool November night, the Panthers stood on top, capturing their second consecutive win over the Wildcats and third district championship in 5 years.
Touchdown, Weslaco!
2 years ago, a strong second half behind a ball control offense helped Weslaco rack 381 yards to earn a 35-21 victory and the school's first ever W over its intra-city rivals.
Well, Terry, the day has finally arrived.
Yeah, this is the day we marked on our calendars a long time ago.
But in the inaugural Tinaco Bowl, in front of a complete sellout crowd, the Wildcats put a stamp on the rivalry and shut out the Panthers 24-0 behind a strong defense, which allowed only 74 yards total to the purple and white on that historic night. It was a contest Weslaco East showed it was no little brother to nobody. So what can we expect in Tinaco Bowl 4?
Both of our teams are doing extremely well. So I'm expecting a very close game. Maybe one touchdown, maybe even less than that. We can get down to maybe the difference of 1 point. So, that's kind of what I'm expecting, because it'll be down to the last second of the game that will determine the winner. I don't expect to have a large gap in terms of the score. I expect it to be very tight throughout the whole game.
Longtime KWES television sports broadcaster Terry Vitler has been front and center of Weslaco ISD sports for 24 seasons now. The retired educator and sports fanatic has witnessed his share of memorable Panther football games and the rise of the Wildcats over the last decade. But when it comes to calling a Weslaco East game for all the marbles, it doesn't get any better than this.
Whoever wants to play it that night. I thought early in the season maybe Weslaco East had an advantage, but then I changed my mind as the season went along. So right now it's just even Steven. It's toss the coin in the air. There's no home field advantage. There's no intimidation factor. It's going to be strictly whoever wants to play that night.
The Panthers and Wildcats come into the contest with perfect 5-0 marks in 31-6A.
And the handoff is to Matt Ortiz.
Both schools have steamrolled through the division and are among the best on offense and defense.
Handoff to Dames. Dames is going to get the first down much more.
The game features the district's top rushers, including Weslaco East Emilio Dames.
Touchdown, Weslaco East Wildcats.
Dames has been the district's leading rusher all season long and will finish well over 1,000 yards by the time he turns in his pads. In addition, the Wildcats have a dangerous utility player in Ciro Rojas.
That Ciro Rojas wide open up the middle.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Done major damage as a quarterback, receiver, defensive back, kick, and punt returner.
He's going to go to the far side, going to get the ball near the 25-yard line.
Ciro
Going to come to the
Rojas.
near side. Ciro's going to turn it up right there.
Rojas set the school record earlier in the season for touchdowns scored as a special teams returner.
No way. Ciro Rojas Kickoff return for a Wesco East touchdown.
Overall, the senior has scored a touchdown in 4 of the 5 positions and has even scored in a 2-point conversion.
Theodore Rojas breaking a tackle is going to get into the end zone for touchdown Wildcats.
He easily leads the district in scoring with 104 points entering Week 10.
We knew what kind of athlete he was, but to move him from quarterback to running back to receiver to free safety to corner, you know, it's been something else. He's had a great year. He's one of the best kids I've ever coached. The kid doesn't have an ego. He's just down to earth. He's a great kid. You know, he doesn't say too much. He hates to be interviewed. You know, he just wants to play football and go to school and do the best he can. And you know, Cito's a special type of player.
Weslaco head coach Tony Villarreal is impressed with Rojas' athletic ability and the playmaking skills he's given the Wildcats.
First down and more, gonna run up the field, gonna break tackles.
He's very, very athletic and he's very versatile. They move him around also, so that causes problems for our defense. You know, they move him at wide receiver, they move him to quarterback, they move him to one back, they move him. So yeah, they're trying to, you know, move him around too. So we're going to have our hands full trying to stop him.
Since Villarreal's arrival in 2005, the Panthers have operated under a ferocious ground game to rack up yardage and score a ton of points.
Number 22, Matt Ortiz.
In the last few years, Weslaco has used its depth in the backfield to execute its ball control slot T offense.
Once again, Brian Guerra trying to come to the near side. Takes one guy, gets a first down and more. He's at the 30, 25, 20.
Touchdown.
Gonna go into the end zone.
Brian Guerra, Jonathan Martinez,
Up the middle.
Tackle trap to Jonathan
Breaking
Martinez.
tackle, Jonathan Martinez will score for your Weslaco Panthers.
Uciel Gonzalez,
Up the middle. The little guy, 37, Uciel Gonzalez.
and Major Free take turns punishing and dissecting defenses behind a quality offensive line.
Major Free running straight down the field for a touchdown.
You couple that with our speed and the fact that we're very versatile. Like we'll move Brian Guerra to the back of the eye, we'll move him to the one back, we'll move him to the slot receiver, we'll move him to the slot running back. You know, we move Jonathan Martinez to the halfback. He'll play the tailback, he'll play the eye back. So that coupled with us moving people around, I think, and our misdirection offense, it kind of messes up defense. I think it messes defenses up as far as reads and where they're at and where they're coming from. So you can kind of zero in on this young man from this position, but then if you move him to a different position, now that messes up your reads and what are you doing? So I think it's very effective. I think our 4 quality backs and really we even have 2 more that can play for anybody. I think, you know, Justin Coronado is high quality young man, and Matt Ortiz, I mean, and then, you know, the top 4 guys are pretty tough too.
Believe it or not, the home squad has lost all 3 games in this matchup. Will things change? Burgett hopes not, and that the same pattern continues. The Wildcats enter the contest as the visiting team.
Are we superstitious here at Wesco East? A little bit, but we also know the team that plays the best normally wins that game. You know, 2-3 years ago, I thought we played the best, and the last 2 years, I think they played the best. So, you know, they're a great ball club, great athletes, great size. We've got good athletes, we've got decent size. So, you know, it's normally a good matchup. So, you know, we're going to let the hitting take care of itself and see, you know, who comes out of there with the W.
Regardless of the outcome, Weslaco will have a district champion again.
Get ready.
This marks the 5th time in 6 years a Weslaco ISD school will be home to a league title. That achievement is something the Weslaco superintendent is very impressed with.
Ever since I came on board, I knew that we were a district of champions. We have had numerous championships, and you know, this is just one more testimonial of what, you know, we always talk about, and that's it. Weslaco is a district of champions. It's a district of champions, and we don't distinguish where you come from. All of our kids are important. So what we do is we focus on the kids. Whatever school you come from, not important. Is we all come from Weslaco.
Wesco East for the District 31 6A title in Tinaco Bowl number 4. Surprised? We shouldn't be. These are the two best teams in the division and have proven it. We've got perspective from the administrators, both head coaches, and our very own Terry Weiler. The whole season has led up to this moment. Now it comes down to the players to see who walks away with not only city bragging rights, but the district championship. For KWES TV, I'm Mike Gonzalez.